It's time. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Goody. Y'all know I really love sitting down just talking with you guys, getting all personal up in the camera, because this channel is to definitely grow, it's to help somebody, and also show a little bit of my life. So I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. I'm loving the topics that you guys are DMing me on what I need to do for Vlogmas. It's very, very helpful. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Send it to a friend. Subscribe to this channel. Anyway, let's get right into the video. Just to give a little bit background about me, I'm the CEO of Onyive. Check us out on Instagram. Currently, right now, we are showcasing our varsity bags. Eventually we're going to get into clothes and all that extra stuff, but yeah, make sure you guys go and support us, support the team, support the company. We love you guys. Onyive, I've had Onyive for about like three years now, and I've learned a lot. And this is why this video, I've created this video so I can help another business owner. Before you're starting a business, please listen to these tips I'm going to share with you guys today, because I don't want you to make the same mistake that I made before I started my business. Okay, so get a paper, have a pen. Let's get right into the video. The first tip is your friends are not your customers. I feel like when we start doing business, we often think that our friends are supposed to support us, like in terms of buying your things every single time you drop. And that was a shocker for me. Like when I first dropped my my brand, right, and I dropped my pieces, granted that my friends were there to help me in the process of it, but I also thought that my friends was also going to be there to buy every single thing. And when they didn't buy every single thing, not because they didn't want to, but life be lifing, and just so many things that come. Like, we all have our own individual life to worry about, you know what I'm saying? I almost thought like, dang, I can't, in a sense, like I can't live off of my friends. Like I can't expect that my friends are going to help me with my bills and buy myself every single time out of, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that my customers are not my friends. My customers are random people that don't know me. My audience are random people. My friends, your friends is not your audience, okay? Like, there's an audience out there for you that's specific to what you are selling. And don't think that your friends are always going to support you in terms of buying your stuff all the time. They can support you in other things by being there, emotionally support X, Y, and Z. But you need to figure out your target audience and go crazy. Like, target your audience. Not rely too much on your friends, because I mean, let's just face it, I'm grateful to have some loyal friends, but let's just face it, you know what I'm saying? There's some friend groups that don't have loyal friends, and you think you're going to depend on them to make sure that your business is running? Please make sure you figure out your target audience. Who do you want to sell to? What age range? Go on Google, figure out things I need to know for my target audience, and try from there to figure out your target audience, because your target customers is really where it's at. Now, the second point I'm going to give is invest in ads. Don't be scared to invest in advertising. I feel like before I started my brand, I was like, when people told me, oh, influencer campaign or just like Facebook ads, things like that, I was a bit shy from, because I was like, why am I spending money to showcase my work? But that's the game. I had to learn that at a very early stages, that's the game of the industry. You have, in terms of scaling your business, you really have to invest in ads. It's basically investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're gonna get the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, you invest in these ads and these influencers, the right ones, right? Not just anybody, but the right ones. Essentially what you're trying to do is scale your business. You want more people to see your brand, and more people, and for your target audience to grow. There's a lot of people in this world. Not every single body yet knows of your brand. So as much as you can tap into exposure is the best thing that you can do to help your brand scale, for you to get closer to your target audience, and yeah, just to be a thriving business. Like, you really have to invest in advertising. I had to learn that the hard way too. Always wear your stuff. Always be the #1 fan for your brand, because people can tell. You can't be a hairstylist and your hair is not done 24/7. You can't be a nail tech and your nails aren't done 24/7. Like, if that is your industry, embody it and be the #1. Be your #1 fan, okay? You shouldn't come to me telling me that you're a nail tech and your nails isn't done. Because the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at your nails and I'm gonna be like, you're a nail tech, okay? Or you can't tell me that you're a hairstylist and your hair isn't always looking bomb. Come on, the math is not mathing. You could be at a like a graduation gathering or something, right? And someone, this is as a nail tech, and somebody comes to the person and is like, oh my gosh, I really love your nails because your nails are done. What are you gonna say? You're gonna be like, oh, I do nails. And boom, you get a customer. You never know where your customer is at. Your customer could be at a restaurant, your customer could be at the grocery store, at the hair salon. Your customer literally could be anywhere. So you can't be caught slipping. Like, you can't be caught slipping. Like, you really have to be on your toes. Okay? Write everything down. Like, all your expenses. Have a paper trail for everything. Write everything down. Have a paper trail of everything, because you just don't know. I feel like beginning when I started my business, I feel like I could remember everything. And realistically, is that you can't remember everything with this brain that we have. You know what I'm saying? You really have to write everything down, especially when you need to fact check, especially when you forgot, just to memorize, or when people are trying to play with you as a brand. Like, but you have everything. Paper trail. I mean, you have a paper trail of everything. You create a contract in every single thing that you do. If you're doing a campaign with somebody, create a contract. Write every single thing that you need done in the contract, so there's no confusion, all the way down to the specifics. Like, don't think that because they're human being, they may have common sense, that you don't have to write everything down. Write everything down as if the person that you are talking to does not have common sense, just so that both parties are clear and there's no confusion. Because what happens is, starting off as a business, you think that you can trust everybody's word, and you think that, you know, oh, my friend said this and this is what happens, or this person said this and we've had great conversations, so she's gonna abide to her word. No, mind you, it's just words. Ain't nothing written on paper, ain't nothing signed. That is dangerous. Please protect yourself as a business owner. Write everything down. Have a contract for everything. Friends or not, have a contract, because the realistic thing about business is that business has no friends. Like, you can't say like, oh, that's my friend and she's never gonna do me wrong, because people switch up. And I don't pray for that on you, you know what I'm saying? But prepare, like, people switch up. You can't take people's word for it. You have to write it down. Now, if you write it down and they do abide to it, hey, it don't hurt to write it down, just to make sure that you protect yourself as a business owner, because people will try to play with you thinking that you don't know business. But this video is going to help you out before you even start a business, or if you're already in the process of starting a business, now you know things to think about. Write a contract for everything. Please, please, please listen to the words that I'm saying, because this will save you a lot of time, energy, and money. Another thing I wish I knew before starting a clothing brand is that not every collection that you drop is going to be a hit. That was such a mind-blowing, like, that was like the biggest pill to swallow, because I felt like when I took time with my collection, right, I felt like it better be a hit or else, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt entitled that every collection that I dropped needed to be a hit. And when it wasn't a hit, I was like, ooh, dang, people didn't really like it. It was the things that I didn't think was going to be a hit that became a hit, right? It's okay for a collection not to be a hit, like, but the thing that I want you to take away from that experience, if a collection isn't a hit, learn why it didn't it wasn't a hit. Learn your customers. It just exposed a little bit more about your customers for you to learn them and thrive as a successful business. So it's okay. Like, I had to definitely learn that, you guys, because I was like, I spent so much time, energy, all this stuff in creating this piece, and let's say people didn't like it as much as I thought. Like, I felt like I was going to sell out, I was going to be a billionaire, a trillionaire, a millionaire, whatever. But then when that didn't happen, I was like, dang, does that mean I'm a bad designer? No, it doesn't mean you're a bad designer. It doesn't mean that you're a bad hairstylist. It doesn't mean that you're a bad nail tech or whatever. It doesn't mean you're a bad business owner. It just means that currently, right now, that wasn't a hit. You don't have the right customers for it. That's why some business, like clothing brands specifically, they will draw something early in the stages and realize that it didn't really hit right. It was until there's a point where they blow up like crazy, they go viral. Now, if you notice, they are redesigning those same pieces, or they're bringing out those old designs back up again, and then it becomes more of a hit. So it's never a waste. Okay, just put it in a vault, save it, and if it didn't work out this time, this season, maybe next 2 years it might be a hit. You never know. But don't think that any idea is a waste. Just put it in a vault, and maybe what you need to do is probably re-strategize, re-market, rebrand yourself. You know what I mean? Like, bring it back up a couple years. When is the perfect time you can bring it back up? But it's okay. Save it in a vault. It's everything's gonna be okay, and you got to keep working, keep trying out new things. You never know what's gonna be a hit until it is a hit. So I wish somebody told me that in business you constantly have to keep learning. I always felt like, and I hope that don't sound really dumb when I say this, but like, I didn't know that it's a constant learning thing. Like, what may work for you in this season as a business owner may not be the same strategic plan that's going to work for you in the next season, right? And if it does, that's great for you. But there's some cases where it may not work out the way that you thought it would work last season. So you have to keep learning. You have to keep adjusting. You have to keep understanding the game. Like, never get too comfortable on what you already know. Always be open to learn more. Always be open to accept more. And to be a student. Never think that you're forever the professor, a teacher, and you can never learn. Always be humble and always be in a position to learn more things, because like, the way that society, this economy is changing, like, we're always learning. You're always learning your friends. You're constantly always learning yourself. Don't you think you're always going to keep learning the industry? Like, any industry you're in, you're always going to be learning. So always have that as a mindset, that never get too comfortable with the knowledge that you know, and keep learning. Prepare your blow up. Prepare your viral moment. Always have that in your mind. As a business owner, there's going to be a time where your business is going to blow up, right? And if you think your business is not going to blow up, please don't have that mindset. Check your mindset for sure. That's going to be another point. But prepare for your blow up. Literally, the moment when you know that this business can actually blow up and you're going to get 5,000 customers within one day, make sure that you are thinking about your consumer in the process of when they experience your brand. Like, the user experience when they come in to your chair and when they leave out from that salon. Make sure that your customers are thought of every step of the way, because when you go viral, all you're thinking about is fulfilling these orders. You're not thinking about, oh, let me make sure my website is on check. Be prepared at all costs, because you just never know. Make sure your website is on point. Make sure your Instagram is on point. Make sure your email marketing is on point. Make sure all the things, your boxes, your packaging, everything is on point, because you just don't know. There's so many business owners, like around early COVID time or later COVID time, where they blew up off social media or TikTok or whatever, right? And they didn't know what to do because they didn't prepare for it. And if you don't prepare for it, a blow up, it can actually really hurt your business. So please don't do that to yourself. Always have the mindset that your business will blow up, and prepare as if it's going to blow up. And that's just you walking in faith too. Like, you're believing in God that your business is going to blow up. So now start preparing, because it's going to happen. Why? Because God said whatever you ask, you shall receive. Believing that obviously that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. Make sure that you have all your, what is that even called? Make sure you have all your legal stuff together before starting a business. Make sure you have your LLC, your trademark, all those paperworks together, your domain. Please do not just start a business all vibes, because sometimes, you know, I did that. Like, when I started my business name was a name that I'm not going to talk about no more because it's in the past. But my business name was a name, and I was just, because it was just all vibes. Like, graduated from college, and I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense. Why not make this my name, right? And then eventually, when I started having customers and people taking me a lot more seriously as a brand, I started realizing I can't even sell this name. I can't, like, this name isn't giving longevity for me, right? And I was like, oh my God, I just built a audience off of this name. What am I supposed to do? You know, I bought stickers. I had like packaging that, like, everything was branded to this name, and I couldn't even really take it further because someone else had my name. Someone else was selling under that name, and it was definitely a, you know, conflict of interest. So that's just the tip. Make sure you have your LLC, all of that, before starting a business, because you don't want to be like me that started a business without those documents and now actually had an audience and customers, and now you have to now do a whole rebranding phase to not rewire people's mind that you're no longer this name anymore. You're this name. Like, come on. Thank you guys so much for watching to the very end of this video. I try not to ramble too much on camera, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Mwah.